a lot of respect for Tennessee and the atmosphere that was created here today. It was a great college football game. I'm really proud of our guys. We talked about coming in here to conquer this place, which is not easy to do. And when you do something like that, you have to make your own way. You have to absorb blows. And I don't think I had any idea how many blows we would have to absorb. But we did. And we got a resilient group. I think that's a really good football team we just played. I don't think we played our best football, especially defensively. Give them a lot of credit, though. They made plays down the field. They got a lot of respect for their quarterback. But just some guys to mention. Bo comes in off the bench and plays right tackle. Unbelievable. Gunner took some shots today and stood in there and made some big-time throws. I thought the offensive staff did an incredible job. That's a really good defense we just played, guys. And they outside of probably 2 drives in the second half where I felt like we stalled out, they did unbelievable. They kept them off balance, off tempo. Mike and them put a great plan together, a couple special runs that we had not run that really helped us. So just all in all, great game. But, I feel almost like you have to apologize because I don't think that we should have won that game. I thought they outplayed us in a lot of ways. But that's the way it goes. I mean, I've had one against them about 9 or 10 years ago that certainly went that way. So it comes and goes. Just resiliency, man. He's so tough. I mean, he takes shot after shot. I thought he did a good job with the run game. I'm talking about his run game. It saved us on a couple third downs. In the red area, he made a couple runs. That +1 run game can be big for us if he can protect himself. But he grew up tonight. He grew up a lot. Like, he stood in there, and the fourth down throw he made was really good. And protection was better. I still want him to trust the pocket and stay in there, but that's who he is. I think we're going to evolve with him where we can scramble and make some really big time plays. He'll keep his eyes downfield when he scrambles. Pre-play?
Yeah.
I have no idea. I don't know what they were in. We were just going to take a shot there, and we needed to score fast. We didn't need to keep milking time, and so felt like they were defending the sticks, and we were trying to get a touchdown. And sometimes you get an advantage when people play the sticks, and you're willing to take a shot and compete. We didn't need to, because it was no guarantee that we were going to get the 2. So I was on the headphones the entire drive saying, hey, we need to score quickly because we may have to get the ball back. We can't assume it's a tie. The 2-point conversion was to play the game because that actually gives a chance.
So you've not well. What do you?
Yeah, they grew up. I mean, look, defense for 2 weeks has heard about how good they are. They got punched in the face. I did think we played the run well early, and then we started having to make some adjustments to sacrifice some on the run to protect some guys. And the past, we've played them well. We didn't give up big plays. Today, we didn't do that. And it's not all on the corners. We didn't have a guy in the middle of the field. Should be a guy in the middle of the field. They can't throw that ball there the first one. You misjudged the ball. I mean, they're correctable things. It's a good thing. And we really weren't beat. We just misplayed it. And that's tough to swallow.
Through your experience, you put out special seat, Jeff. So, I'll figure it out.
Yeah, most people you would say. I mean, I would prefer it not be this early in the season. But, I mean, it doesn't get any easier from here. Look, our league, I don't know what's going on in college football today, but this league is tough. I mean, every Saturday, I think games are going to be like that. I told our team I would not be shocked at all if it's a fourth quarter game and it comes down to one possession, which it did.
Some more great. Like some more SEC 6 or
Saw a big man. He was a difference maker. We thought our advantage was our conditioning up. We felt like we were a better conditioned team. And I really thought there after the first drive, second half, all right, here we go. We're getting ready to rock and roll and try to, but they bowed their neck. They got a, they were a playoff football team and they stopped the run some and forced us to do different things. But Cray was great today. He was really instrumental. I told him in overtime, I said, guys, let's get this big guy going. And, of course, Nate had the big run, and then he came in and finished it off. He's a great compliment to what we have.
Can you speak to how much
Well, I lost a lot of times in a row as a player. So, I mean, it still sticks with me, and I have a lot of memories, good and bad, of playing here. But 5 in a row is a lot. I mean, dating back to Alabama is probably more than that.
of Henry and that where he this was.
I think it was immense for that. He still, I mean, I want to judge him by watching the tape, but there's plays in there that can be made that he's got to settle down and have confidence. The best thing he's got is his legs. And he's got a good arm, but he's got to trust his legs and use them to extend plays, not just run. These guys are fast in our league. He tries to run to the sideline, and he might only get 2 or 3 yards, where if he runs north and south and sticks it up in there, he's going to find some honey holes in that pocket. I think right now, and he steps back. It's hard to pass pro for a quarterback that goes back and does those things. He's growing up. He's getting better. I'm going to tell you what he did now. There's a lot of information Coach Bobo put on him. Check this, do this. They had a great plan, I felt like, put together, and a lot of it was check system for him. And this crowd noise, he did a really good job in that. The first drive, guys, that was like clockwork. Track. Oh, they didn't. That defensive group in there, they ain't losing their confidence. One player may have a little doubt, but that group in there, they think they can stop anybody anytime. That's a fun group to be around. They do in overtime. They thought they were going to go block the field goal. I mean, they believe, and they're a confident group. Now we got to play smarter. But look, that's a hard game to prep for. We worked the hell out of our guys to get ready for that game, and probably overworked those guys. It came down to things that we didn't not execute. We got beat over top or didn't make a play, and it's frustrating because I thought that we would play better defense. I didn't say him. I talked about red area defense, and I talked about what breakdowns we had in the previous drives, and I told Coach Bobo what hey, what works in the red area. Let's focus on what works. We're going to do a bunch of hoorah at that point. But I think the biggest thing is we got to play defense first, and we got to stop, which was huge. Put that kicker right back out there after that kick, which he drilled it. And then I thought Mike and the offensive staff came up with an awesome play that we've gotten. We put a play in that we thought was going to really help us, and it plays off of other plays. And that run they had was a designed scheme run that we got from some NFL teams that really helped Nate's run. Well, that's who we are. Like if we're gonna be good this year, we're gonna have to run the ball. We're not gonna drop back 35, 40 times a game with Gunner and be a drop back pass team. We can't play behind in games. We can't do that. We have to be a play action, run, let our quarterback make some design runs, which he did. I mean, it worked to perfection. Other than the fact we couldn't stop in defense.
I'd say to keep that stand back. Drop as you did. Walked it. Siska, fish, talk, you see.
Well, it was much like that, yeah. And I thought that they didn't play us like those other teams did. You know, they weren't as soft in coverage. They got better rushers. They grabbed us a lot. I thought that the officials ended up calling some holds, but we kept feeling like we're running by them and they're grabbing us, and we weren't getting to hit some of our shots. But I thought the wideouts played extremely hard, played really well, and Gunner made some throws from the pocket. Probably missed some too. You just never know in this league, right? I mean, the schedules both of us got are just so hard, and who knows what could happen in this league. There's a lot of really good teams in this league. So it's going to be about who can avoid injuries, which they're down some guys. We're down guys. Like we got Ernest could finish second half, and then we had to go to our third, fourth tackle. I mean, it's just crazy the depth levels that I think are going to be all over college football, but especially the SEC, and then throw 9 games in a couple of years. You're really going to have a hard time having enough depth.
You mentioned about right tackle. I'll kick it. And see like application there, you got to leave there.
Yeah, I didn't know they made the change. Stacy told me in the headphones he thought that Bo was going to play better, and he thought he would finish stronger than Uni. Uni was getting a little bit sloppy and a little bit tired, and I think we're going to have to find a rhythm of playing guys. It was hot today. We were worried about conditioning level. We practiced hard this week, and you got to be careful you don't leave it on the practice field, because some of those guys got tired, and I was proud of Bo, though. I hadn't seen it. Like he caught it over his shoulder, kind of. I thought the catch he made on the wheel route on the sideline was even harder, where he reached out and got it, but I felt like he faded back into that ball and caught it. I couldn't tell from where I was if it was bobbled or not, but you're talking about a huge play. Wow. What a great kid. I mean, guys, I've never met a kid as nice as him. I mean, he is just the most polite, best kid. I mean, he had to fumble last week, and he came over to me in the fourth quarter. Was like, Coach, why didn't you like yell at me or cuss me out? And I was like, London, you're just too nice. I was like, I couldn't do it. I know that he plays so hard on special teams. He's from the state. You know, he's playing at Vandy. I mean, you ought to hear him in meetings. He's just so intelligent and so hardworking that it could not have happened to a better guy.
You know, love you last week, but being your first start, this is Byron. I get on the ball. You silent now. I'm like, yeah.
My gunner. Oh, yeah. I mean, geez, my freshman guard coming in here and playing. I mean, incredible. I don't know how he played. They were saying one of the runs that we thought we should have scored on. We kept having to kick field goals in the red area. One of them, they had a run through. They said was his. But, I mean, he didn't come mid-year. Like, this guy shows up and it played on a great high school program, well coached, really well coached offensive line, and walks in and just starts playing, and he's natural, picking things up. I mean, where would we be without him right now? He has been a blessing for us. We got to get Juan healthy, too. Well, some good and bad. You know, he missed a couple tackles there. He had the man-to-man late in the game. It's third down. If we stop him there, we get the ball back. And Jonell works really hard. That game is a little anxiety for him because he doesn't like tempo, having to get lined up, thinking and changing the calls. He gets frustrated with that, and he didn't get to play against him last year. We moved Dan Jackson down there, and he played well today. I was really happy he got the pick.
Talk about six. Podcast. What kind of message you said?
Well, I think we know who we are. You know, I mean, I don't mean this directed at Tennessee, but I told our players, I was like, there's a lot of whistling by the graveyard. You know, a lot of people don't know what that saying means, but there's a lot of whistling by the graveyard, and that ain't who we are. So I'm not saying I don't think Tennessee is. They're physical and they're tough, but there's a lot of outside whistling by the graveyard. A little bit of acting like one thing, but we feel like our team is a certain identity, and we're not going to go down without a fight. We're nowhere near where we need to be. We're a long way from being there, but boy, we got some kids that aren't afraid to fight. It gives you confidence on the road. But look, guys, we're going to be back at home against a really good team. We're going to be on the road against really good teams. I mean, it can be good and bad. It's how you take that medicine. And I'm going to make sure they take it the right way and that we get better from it. We have to improve, and that's the goal. We want to be on a elevating trajectory, not flat. Got one more, buddy? He talked about it, right? I mean, they never say die. I mean, we told him coming in it was going to be blow by blow. How many could we take? Could we sustain? And could we keep throwing back? And we did, but we also cut it way too close. So we've got a chance to put somebody away, which I thought we did. We got to do it.
Well,